This is the most righteous killer I've ever seen. Every time he kills, the public cheers him on the internet because his victims are always criminals who have wandered on the fringes of the law. As a result, people gave him a ringing nickname, City Lights. The first person he punished was a teacher. He was found chained to the classroom podium. No matter how loudly he screamed or how desperately he struggled, nothing helped. His agony only excited the murderer more. Even I, a person with a rather twisted mind, thought this was just too extreme.
盒子里面摆的是你的手机，用它来求救或是报警都随你，前提是要先拿到密码。眼熟吗？密码，你所有答案的总和的开平方。
救命啊！The murderer then took out a pen and stabbed it deep into the teacher's arm. He forced the teacher to use his own blood as ink to write the answers. The blood dripped onto the table while the teacher sat helplessly. Eventually, he bled to death. When the police arrived, all the evidence had been carefully wiped clean. They had no choice but to call in Jack, a criminal psychologist, to assist in the case. But with so few clues, the only thing the policewoman could find was that the dead man had been a high school math teacher. One of his students had committed suicide over a workbook. That student was a poor student, often dragging down the average of the entire class and ranking at the bottom of the school. Instead of helping him, the teacher bullied him mercilessly, never considering his teaching methods. One night, he forced his students to do an entire workbook in one sitting. Overwhelmed and already a target of bullying by his classmates, the student jumped from a 17th floor window at 4 a.m. The student was then forced to do his homework in one sitting. Just when the case seemed to be progressing, a second murder occurred. This time, police found a water bag hanging in midair. Inside was a middle-aged man, bound like a swaddled baby. He had gone viral online for all the wrong reasons. After receiving a huge settlement from the demolition of his own home, he kicked his elderly mother out of the house and made vile comments in a TV interview. When Jack returns to the scene to investigate, the killer has already chosen his next target. About a month ago, a fire broke out in the building across the street. When firefighters arrived, they were blocked by a van parked in the middle of the road. Where was the driver? He was watching porn in his apartment and didn't move his car for over an hour. As a result of this delay, a young girl trapped inside the burning building was tragically killed. In an act of justice, the killer doused the girl's body in the house with gasoline and then killed the van driver in the same way. He called 911 to report the fire, then lit the flames himself and blocked the emergency exit with the driver's own van. It was an act of calculated cruelty to make the driver feel the same pain as the girl.